This is a pretty interesting report, or at least we saw the summary of the report. And it seems to paint a picture that the FAA was just kind of in over its head here.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm totally surprised by this. I mean, I think that that Boeing was probably influencing the FAA on the design of the MAX, and probably has even prior to the MAX, even with the previous generation airplanes. Look, I mean, Boeing engineers spend all day long looking at these airplanes. Boeing's a manufacturer. They have a lot of knowledge that comes off the line. It's really hard for the FAA to be as smart on these things. It does seem like things had slipped at the FAA, and I think it's probably a great thing we've gone through this process, and it'll tighten up some of the overseer and manufacturer relationship.
George, it's been another tough week for Boeing. You've not only had this report coming out, but you've also had problems being found in some of the older 737s, problems with the wing box, which is a pretty critical juncture on an aeroplane. Boeing has a problem. It's struggling to convince A, regulators, and B, customers, and C, consumers that its products are safe. How does it get out from behind all of these stories? How does Boeing get back on the front foot?
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is going to be very hard. So I think any problem with Boeing aircraft clearly are going to be, sort of a front page story at this point. These cracks they found with the pickle forks, I mean, really, these are airplanes that have been used very, very intensely. They're Southwest airplanes, older airplanes. I would argue that actually it shows the success of the inspection programs, that inspection programs caught that before they broke. Look, when you manufacture an airplane, you never know. Sometimes you get some parts that go into the production process that weren't of the quality that you thought you'd have. The challenge for Boeing, though, is every time something like this comes up, they end up in the front pages. Look, I think the company has to keep focused on getting the MAX back in the air. It's their most important airplane. Satisfy regulators around the world that it is a safe airplane. They've adjusted MCAS back. In time, some of this stuff will go away. In the past, every time there was an airworthiness directive on an airplane, we didn't sort of have a story on it. And there's been a lot of them, and it's not the first one on wings. And so I think maybe the traveling public is seeing more than they normally see. And again, I'd say I think it shows that the inspection programs do catch problems many times before anything happens.
Right.